Hi. That's nice. So let's just find a comfy sitting position. Just take a moment to settle onto your mat. So we are shifting through a really turbulent time at the moment, as Esther all too well knows. Moon phases, the joys. And it's a very sort of feminine time. There's a lot of high emotions wafting around. So it really is an important time to really connect to our center and allow those emotions to move. Allow them to release. So as you're sitting, just focusing on that natural breath. And following the flow as it moves through the nostrils, into the lungs. Feeling that expansion around the heart as you breathe. That movement of the belly. This constant flow. So just place one hand onto your belly. Just feel the movement as you breathe. So when we connect to our center, to our core, to our heart, we can allow all this chaos to go on around us, this movement, this shifting. So we're going to be focusing today on that connection to the core, to the center. And just starting to lengthen your exhalation. So exhaling for 8 counts. Softening the belly and inhaling for 4 counts. And then keeping your focus on your breath, come forwards onto all fours, move into your cat-cow. And then we're going to slow down this cat-cow movement. So just coming into a neutral tabletop position. So we start to curl under from the spine. So drawing the tummy button back towards the spine. And then lifting the chest back and then allowing the head to drop. So keep your head hanging and slowly curling the tailbone up. Allowing the tummy to drop towards the mat. Allowing the shoulder blades to draw together as the chest drops, and then lifting the gaze. Keeping your gaze lifted as we ripple from the base of the spine, so tucking the tailbone under, tummy button back towards the spine, lifting the chest, allowing the head to drop. Again, keeping the head dropped as we ripple from the base of the spine, curling the hips up, allowing the tummy and then the chest to lower, and then lifting the gaze. So just continuing this a few more times, always moving from the base of the spine, the head moves last. Finishing the one that you're on and then coming back to a neutral position. So we're going to take our brick and place it between the thighs. Finding a gentle grip onto the brick. And then taking your right arm out to the side, shoulder height, keeping that little grip of the brick as you inhale and reach up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, reach the arm through, come down to your shoulder. Inhaling, reaching up. Turn the brick lengthwise. Exhaling, reach through. So it's lengthwise. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale to reach through. Inhaling up. Exhaling through. The last one, inhaling to come up. Exhaling to reach. And then coming back up onto all fours. So taking the left arm out to the side. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhaling through, keeping that gentle grip on the block. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling through. Inhale, coming up. Exhale through. 2 more with your breath. Coming back up to all fours. So walking the hands forward a hand's length, tuck the toes under, Keep the block between the thighs. Stretch back into your downward dog. So just taking a moment here, just to really let the body kind of extend back. Push the mat away through the L shape of the thumb and forefingers. So connecting through the hands, through the feet. Connecting to that midline as you keep that gentle grip on the block. Keeping that connection to your breath. Allowing any tension to release and let go as you exhale. And then walking your hands back towards your feet as you come into Uttanasana at the back of the mat. Just allowing the head to hang. Gentle grip on the block as you walk your hands around to the right side of the mat. And then walk the hands around to the left side. And then coming back to the center, pushing down through the feet. Inhaling, rise up to standing. So taking the arms all the way up. Gaze to the front. And bring the hands in front of the heart center. We're going to move through our sun salutations, keeping this connection to the breath. So inhale. Exhale, swan dive, your flat back. Exhaling, walk the hands forwards to plank and chaturanga. Inhaling to upward dog or cobra, keeping that grip on the block. Exhaling, roll back to downward dog and hold it here. Inhaling, walk the hands back to the feet, lifting into your flat back. So feeling as you grip the block, that length of the front body. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing, up and Satsana. Exhaling, moving the hands to the heart center. Inhaling, floating your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forwards, Uttanasana. Inhaling, lift to your flat back. Exhaling, walk the hands forwards and chaturanga. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and hold it here. So we're keeping this gentle connection, this little squeeze onto the block to hold it in place as we move. This helps us connect through that midline to the core. It doesn't have to be a tight grip, just enough to stop it moving as you. Inhaling, walk the hands back, coming into your flat back. Exhale and fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing, open to Satsana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, lifting your arms up. Exhaling, swan dive forwards. Inhale to the flat back. Exhaling, walk the hands forwards, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and hold. hands back to the feet. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing Uttanasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, float your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forwards to Uttanasana. Inhaling to your flat back. Exhaling, walk the hands forwards to plank and hold it here. Feeling that soft grip as you connect. So with the breath in a moment, we're going to do a halfway, full chaturanga, but we're going to go down maybe to half the way that you would normally. So we're not going to dip all the way down, and then we're going to come back up. So taking a nice breath in. On the exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, coming up. Keep the grip of the block. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Inhaling to upward dog or cobra. And exhale back to your downward dog and hold it here. And walk the hands back to the feet, come into your flat back. Exhale and fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing Uttanasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Inhale, floating your arms up. Exhale, swan dive forwards to Uttanasana. Inhaling, lift to your flat back. Exhaling, walk the hands forwards to plank. So here we're going to keep the grip on the block. Roll onto the outside edge of the right foot. So the feet are apart. Gripping the block as you inhale, taking that left arm up. Grip the block tight. Nice deep breath in. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhaling Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale forwards to your plank. So rolling onto the outside edge of the left foot. So if you can grip that block, connect to the core and float the right arm up. Deep breath in. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhaling Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to Ardha Mukha Svanasana and holding. Inhaling, walk your hands back towards your feet, lifting into your front hand. Exhaling, fold down to Uttanasana. Inhaling, rise up to standing, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, bring the hands to the heart center. Taking the breath out, pop it to one side. Keeping that connection to the midline as we flow. Inhaling, sit down to Utkatasana. Exhale and swan dive forwards, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift to your flat back, that imaginary block gripping. Exhale, step back, chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, step the right foot forwards, left heel comes to the mat. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Keeping that connection to the midline as you flow. Inhale, Ardha Mukha. Exhale, Ardha Mukha. Inhaling the left foot forwards, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Imagine you've got that block still between the thighs. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha. When you inhale, step forwards, coming to your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees on your inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, come to stand with the hands. Inhaling, sit down to Uttanasana. Exhale, swan dive forward to Uttanasana. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha. Exhale, Ardha Mukha. Inhale, the right foot forwards, Virabhadrasana 1. Connect to that imaginary block as you flow. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha. Exhale, Ardha Mukha. Inhale, the left foot forwards, Virabhadrasana 1, so that back heel to the mat. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha. Exhale, Ardha Mukha, and come back to your breath. Inhale, step forward, coming to your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Make sure you can see your toes. And exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to the side. Inhale, sit down to Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha. Exhale, Ardha Mukha. Inhale, the right foot between the hands. Keep the left heel lifted, come into a high lunge. On your exhale, bring the hands to the heart center and twist to the right. Inhaling, come back to your high lunge. Exhale to twist. Inhale, back to high lunge. Exhale to twist. Keep that connection to the midline. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, twist, and hold it. Keeping the connection to the feet and to the midline, so we're not dropping into that left hip. And inhaling, come back to your high lunge. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha. Exhale, Ardha Mukha. Inhaling the left foot forwards, the right heel stays lifted, come into your high lunge. Exhaling, hands to the heart center, twist to the left. Inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale to twist. Inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale to twist. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale to twist and hold. When we lose that connection to the midline, to the core, we start to wobble. But keeping that connection to your midline as you move. Inhaling, come back to your high lunge. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and come back to your breath. Inhaling, step forwards, coming to your flat back. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to the inhale, and sit down to Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, step the right foot forwards, come into your high lunge. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into a little balanced twist. So take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, we transfer the weight to the right foot and twist to the left. Inhaling, take it back. Exhaling to twist. Inhaling back. Exhale to twist. Inhaling back. And on the exhale, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the left foot forwards, coming into your high lunge. Again, finding that connection to the midline. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, lifting the back leg and twist over to the right. Inhaling, keep the connection to the midline to take it back. Exhaling, twist to the right. Inhaling back. Tina, twist this way. Exhale and twist. Inhaling, take it back. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and come back to your breath. Inhaling, step forwards, come into your flat. Exhaling, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhaling, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. Exhale, come to stand, bring the hands. Inhaling, sit down to Uttanasana. Exhale and forward fold. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the right foot forwards to your high lunge. On the exhale, fold halfway forwards, transfer the weight to the right foot and come into Virabhadrasana 3. You can take your arms to the side if you want to. Hold it here. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, fold down towards the floor, lifting that left leg, coming into a standing split. Keep the connection to the midline. Maybe taking one hand or both hands onto the standing leg. Keep that connection to your core. Moving from the core as you inhale, come back to your high lunge. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back, chaturanga. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling the left foot forwards, coming into your high lunge. As you exhale, transition, Virabhadrasana 3. So we keep the connection to the midline, so we're extending through that back leg. Hips stay level, take a nice deep breath in, and forward fold, lifting the right leg. Then play around, see if you can take one hand or both hands onto the standing leg. Moving from the core as you inhale, step back to your high lunge. Exhaling, lower the hands down, step back. Inhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhaling, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, and hold. So it doesn't matter if we wobble when we do the transitions. It doesn't matter if we fall out of them. What matters is that we're moving from that place of stability from the core and it's holding us, allowing that. Inhale, step forwards, come into your flat. Exhale, fold down to Uttanasana. Bend your knees on your inhale, sweep your arms up to Uttanasana. And exhale, come to stand, bring the hands to Namaste. Bring your hands to your hips. Take the feet slightly wider than hip distance and parallel. A gentle back bend forwards, taking the yogi grip on the toes. Inhaling, connecting to that midline, look forwards and lengthen, flat back. And as you exhale, forward fold, so drawing the forehead to the shins, pulling on your toes. Really use that bind between the hands and the feet to deepen the posture. Use the breath. If you lose the connection to the core in these forward bends, it all just kind of bunches up around the middle, so keep that connection. And releasing the bind, inhaling to your flat back. So from here, placing the back of the hands onto the mat and treading the toes up to the crease of the wrists. Rock the weight forwards so the whole of the hand is down on the mat. Inhale, look forwards, lengthen through the front body. And on the exhale, drawing forehead to shins. So we can find that long exhale to find just a little bit more space. Releasing the bind with the hands, bring the hands onto the hips, and on your inhale, come up to stand. Arms down by your side, bring the feet together in Tadasana. As you're standing in Tadasana, just close your eyes for a second. Feel that connection to your midline. So if you have that block between the thighs. Softly open your eyes. Fix your gaze to something on the floor that's not moving. And then transfer the weight onto the left leg and lift the right knee out in front. So we're going to take the yoga grip, the left hand or left fingers to the left big toe. No, your right, sorry. Right there. Inhaling, taking the left arm up. And on the exhale, kick the right foot straight out in front of you. Notice if it's wandered off to the side somewhere. See if you can bring it right out in front. Now connect to that midline and lift. Find a little bit more length. Nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, release and slowly lower the leg down. Come back into Tadasana and close your arms. Open the eyes again, fixing your gaze to something that's not moving. Transfer the weight to the right foot and lift the left. So taking the yoga grip on the big toe. Inhale, lift and take the right arm up. And exhaling, kick that foot out in front of you. Keep your connection to your core. Bring the leg right out in front. Wander off to the side of this. And feel that connection to the core. Keeping that connection to your midline, slowly releasing, and then allow the leg to softly glide down to the floor. Close your eyes and come back to the back. Then open your eyes, finding that point in the floor that's not moving. Transfer the weight to the left leg and lift the right. So this time we're going to take hold of the foot in both hands. Doesn't matter if the leg doesn't straighten for this. So inhaling, lift and connect to the midline. And on your exhale, kick the foot out in front of you. Inhale, find that connection. Imagine you've got a block between your thighs again and you're gripping. And on the exhale, pull the forehead to shin. Let's do it with the bent knee. So again, we're going to release the foot. Keeping the leg extended out in front, we're going to go back into it. This is the fun bit. You can hold the knee. Hold the knee if you want to. Take a nice deep breath in, releasing the foot, hands to the hips, and hold. So find that connection to your midline, as if that block was between thighs and gripping it. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale to release. It's a tough one, that one. Have you? Really? Yeah. Ripping. If it can actually, what it sounds like a kind of counterintuitive thing to do. When you're gripping with your toes, what you really want to do is then try lifting them. And I know they're there to help you balance, but if you try lifting them, you then activate the correct bits of the foot. So try it. While you're actually balancing, try it. It's funny the bits we expect to hurt and then the bits that start hurting. Again, fixing your gaze to the floor. Transferring the weight onto we're transferring it onto the right foot. And lifting the left. So taking hold of the foot. And it might be enough just to stay here, connect to your midline. Connect to that standing foot here. See if you can lift the toes. And then lightly lower them back down. Take a nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, kick the foot out in front. Inhaling, find that connection again to the midline and lengthen. And exhale, folding forwards. Just hold the knee if you want to. You can practice just holding the knee and coming forwards. Keep that foot active. Good. So finding a variation. On your inhale, releasing the hands, take the hands to the hips and hold it here. So notice what's happening with that midline. Pull that left thigh back in towards the left hip. Stand up nice and straight. Nice deep breath in. And exhale to release. Arms down by your side. Into Uttanasana and close your eyes. Inhaling, open the eyes, take the arms up, open the sun. Exhaling, swan dive forwards to Uttanasana. Inhaling, lift to your flat back. Exhaling, step back, chaturanga, release, chest and chin. Inhale to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. From here, we're going to step the feet through and come to sitting with the legs out in front. By whichever means necessary. So here we're going to have that imaginary block between the thighs again. In fact, no, we're going to have the block. Let's just bring the block back. You can do it here. Good. So you can keep the feet to the floor for this if you want to, but find that little grip as you grip the block between the thighs. Bring the arms out in front, palms up. Then pull the head of the arm bones back into the shoulders and just start to lean back, keeping that grip of the thighs. Point the toes and get light onto the feet. And then see how it feels. If you lift the legs, keep that grip onto the block. Imagine I'm coming and trying to pull that block out between your thighs. Grip hold of it. Inhale, coming up. And then coming back into Navasana. Whether again you do this with the feet down or the feet lifted is entirely up to you as we move from Navasana into Ardha Navasana. So grip the block between the thighs, arms out in front, lift the feet or keep the toes to the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, grip that block tight as you extend the legs and roll down, lower back to the mat. Inhale, coming up. Exhaling down, so keep the shins lifted as you come up. Inhale, coming up. Exhaling back. Inhaling up, keep the shins parallel to the floor. Exhaling back. Inhaling up. Lost count. Exhale back. Inhaling up, don't go down as far, Tina. Exhale back. Inhale, coming up. Last one, exhale back and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up. And relax, get rid of the block. When you say you're doing that,
lower back to the floor. I've got such a curve. I can't. That's why I was getting the knee back.
Yeah. Just go back till that lower part. Don't worry if it doesn't round that much. It's the action of getting it. Okay. It's that curling action, because then you work towards rounding it and getting that movement. But if you've got a really overarched back in the other way, it's going to take a bit of practice. So just go with what you've got. So now we're going to add a little twist in. We're not going to need the blocks for this because it makes it impossible. So we're coming into, we'll do it with the feet down. We'll do the slightly nicer variation. Hands to the backs of the heads. So we're keeping a light fingertip touch, and the elbows stay out to the side. So you should just be able to see them in the peripheral vision. Take a nice deep breath in as you sit up nice and tall. And on the exhale, twist to the right. So lifting the right leg, tap left elbow to right knee. So you twist. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, twisting it left. Right, sorry. Inhaling back, gone. Exhaling to the right. Inhaling back. Exhale to the left. Inhaling back. Exhaling right. Inhale back. Exhale left. Inhale back. Exhale right. Inhale back. Exhale left. Inhale back. Last one. Exhaling right. Inhaling back. Exhaling left. Inhaling back. So just let yourself curl up, forehead to the knee. Feel the tummy pressing into the thighs as you breathe. Let the hip flexors release. And then come to sitting with the legs out in front. Straightening both legs. Sit up nice and tall. Bend the right knee. And let the right knee fall out to the side. Inhaling, taking the arms up. Find that connection to the midline as you lengthen. And exhale, fold over the left leg. Use that long exhalation to release any tension from the stretch, any energetic tension. Let it go as you exhale. Inhaling. Swap the legs over. Left knee bent, right leg straight. Let that left knee fall out to the side. Inhaling, taking the arms up. And on the exhale, fold. Feel that gentle connection to the core as you breathe. and then slowly coming up to sitting. So from here, we're going to come to kneeling. Just taking a moment, sitting with the feet together, sitting bones to the heels, hands to the thighs, a nice tall spine. So close your eyes and connect to your breath. Then we're going to open the eyes, come up to kneeling. Take the feet slightly wider than the hips, keeping the knees together. Just give the calves a little bit of a flatten down. And then come back up. So here we engage through the hamstrings. We try and pull the hamstrings up towards the sitting bones and then sit back, slowly lowering back between the heels. If you need a block to sit on, by all means, use a block. Again, hands to the thighs. So take your hands behind you on the mat. If you're up on a block, you're not going to go back far, okay? If you're not on a block, we're going to see how far we go. So if you're up on the block, you're just going to bend the elbows gently and lift the hips and lengthen the tailbone towards the knees. If you're not on the block, you're going to come down to the elbows and then see if you can come to lie and take the arms overhead. Keep the knees together into the mat. Push the knees down. Then lift the hips and lengthen the tailbone towards the knees. And slowly coming back up to sitting. So coming back up onto the knees. Tuck the toes under, have your knees and feet hip distance apart. Again, we're going to bring the block back between the thighs. So gently, we don't want an aggressive grip as we come into a back bend, but we want that gentle connection. The block is your friend. Hands to the backs of the hips. So we're not going to go for the feet this first time. Inhaling, roll the shoulders back. Lengthen the tailbone down, find that connection to the midline, lift the gaze, coming into a gentle extension of the spine. Then releasing the right arm as you inhale, take it up towards the ceiling, and exhale, take it back. Not for the feet, just taking it back. Good. Then placing the right hand back onto the hips. Inhaling, take the left arm up, and exhale, take it back. So turn the palm inwards, Tina. We're not trying to go for the feet. Other way. Yeah. And take the arm up and backwards. Just back, back, back. Good. Inhaling, slowly coming up, and then sit back to the heels, hands to the thighs, close your eyes. And coming back up to the knees. Give a gentle grip of the block. This time we are going to go for the feet. So hands to the backs of the hips, roll the shoulders back. Inhaling, taking the gaze up, draw the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, walk your hands down the backs of the legs. So release both hands at once and see if you can take hold of the heels. So turning the palms outwards. Draw the shoulder blades in together. Really opening the heart up towards the ceiling. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. You can allow the head to go back as long as it's not just dumped. Good, and then move from the core. So grip the block, release both hands and come back up. Sit back to your heels, take the block away, hands to the thighs and close your eyes. From here, come to lying on your back. So we're going to keep the block. Block is your friend today. Bringing the feet hip distance, heels towards the sitting bones, block between the thighs. Arms down by your side with the palms facing down. So due to the nature of the cork brick, it tends to stick to our clothing and not slip anyway. So it's up to you to just find that gentle grip on the block. Feel what happens with your spine, with the core, when you find that little grip. As we come into a back bend, if we grip too much, we stop that opening of the front body. So it really is just a light grip. Pressing down into the feet as you inhale, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. So walk the shoulder blades together underneath you. See if you can interlace the fingers and extend your arms down the mat. Keep the grip to the block, push into your feet, lifting the hips, and then lift the chest towards the chin. As we extend into the upper back, keeping that connection to your block. The legs tend to want to go wide when we come up, so see if you can keep that connection here. It might mean you don't come up as far as usual. That's okay. And then releasing the hands, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time. Taking a few nice deep breaths. So you have options here. If you want to come up into Urdhva Dhanurasana, into a full wheel, then you can do. Otherwise, we're going to come back up into bridge pose. So if you're going into Urdhva Dhanurasana, bring the hands alongside the ears with the fingertips pointing to the shoulders. Keeping the block. See if you can try it. Try it with the block. Good. Palms down to the floor if you're coming into bridge. So again, gripping that block between the thighs. Gentle grip. And inhale, slowly lifting up onto the head if you're coming into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. And then slowly lifting the head up. So you might want to bring the feet a bit closer together, Sarah. You'll find it easier. So keep pushing into the feet with that little connection to the block. See if you can walk the shoulder blades a little bit closer together, coming up into the tops of the shoulders as you lift the chest towards the chin. How does it feel with the block, Sarah?
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very easy when we come into the back bends to just completely lose the connection. This is a bit extreme. Somewhere there's a balance between the two, but it's a nice thing to do every now and then, just doing it with the block. Yeah. You can do it with one of the other ones, with the foam ones. And then slowly releasing the bind of the hands. Lower down to the mat. Take the block out from between your thighs. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Do a little rock from side to side. Does it feel better with the foam one?
Yeah, just that a little bit.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
then coming back to the center. So from here, we're going to come into shoulder stand. Whichever variation you fancy doing, if you want to do a full shoulder stand, great. If you want to use the wall, great. If you want to use the blocks and come into the restorative variation, also great. So choose where you're going with your shoulder stand. Does everybody know which one they want to do? Yeah. Work it out as we go. Yeah, use the wall if you want. It's a lovely variation. So rolling yourself up, you can take the legs, feet over your head to start with, just to get that wriggle of the shoulders and the elbows together, and bring the hands to the back body. And then slowly extend the legs up towards us again. So Tina, have that top block pulled back, so it's yeah, and then shuffle your bum forwards. What you need to do is put your feet onto the wall, lift up the hips, come onto your shoulders, and then walk your shoulders towards the wall, so you walk closer. Yeah. Bring the box back towards you if you want to. So it's to see if you can bring the shoulder blades closer together, the elbows closer together. Take your feet back over your head a little bit more. So take your feet over your head. I do it even more. And you can push into the wall. Yeah, and just stay, keep using the wall, just get light on the toes until you get that feeling of getting onto the tops of the shoulders and the elbows close together. Don't even bother lifting your feet, just keep working with the shoulders. You want the elbows, yeah, you keep working close together. So you feel the shoulder blades together. It's nice, isn't it? We're going to slowly make our way down from shoulder stand, whichever variation you're in, and come to lying flat on the mat with the knees bent and the feet flat to the floor. Take your arms out to the side, shoulder height with the palms up. And across the right ankle over the left knee. And on the exhale, twist the legs over to the right side and turn the gaze to the left. Take it easy on you. Knee to the right. No, get the legs wide. And then twist the knees to the right. Coming back up to the center. Change the cross of the legs. And on the exhale, twist the legs over to the left side and turn the gaze to the right. And inhale, come back up to the center. And then extend both legs down the mat, just coming into a short Shavasana. As you're lying here, just feeling the points of touch of the body to the earth underneath you. The back of the head. Back of the shoulders. The arms. And the hands. Back of the hips and the glutes. Backs of the thighs and the calves and the heels. observing the breath. Hug your knees in towards your chest. A little rock from side to side. Roll over onto your right side, gently come up to sit. Hands in front of your heart center into prayer. We'll close chanting 3 Oms together. Taking a nice breath in for Om. That's a nice gentle start to the day. Much needed with all this. It's very in the range. It's long.